Why, hello, chat. It is time for some D&D. Pause that. We're probably going to need that music later. Smile. Let's see here. Let's go say hi to our player. Hello, players.
Hi.
Hello.
Why does he sound like a robot?
Do I?
No, just a little.
What?
Are you live on Twitch? I don't see. Where are you?
I should be live.
Yeah, let me see it.
Yeah,
It's not. Oh, there we go. It's just not popping up on my usual tab. That's weird.
You just kind of sound strange.
Do I? Okay, well, let me make sure all my connections are tight. I don't know. Should be fine.
Yeah, chat says you sound fine. It's probably different inputs.
Might be
I don't
through,
know.
maybe through Discord. I'm funkier.
Maybe
We'll
is your crisp on?
On Discord? I don't know. I don't have any shit on Discord.
Oh yeah, stream is fine. That's weird.
That is weird.
I mean, I can just leave this Discord call and come back and see if that helps.
Maybe.
All right. What was that?
Alas.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Any better?
It's the same, but it's fine.
It's
It's not bad. It's just different.
Oh, hold on. Let me just. It's not
Hey,
okay. It's not
If
bad.
it
It's
sounds
just
good for
different.
the stream, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Well, now, okay. Let me pull up my fucking stream and find out, because now I'm just like, what's happening? All right, let's here. Tap to unmute.
It's not bad. It's just.
It's not bad. It's just different. For the stream, it don't matter.
I sound completely normal to me. On the stream, at least, it's completely normal.
Yeah.
Weird.
All right. Let me put my... I realized I forgot a thing, so I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Actually, 2 feet more like it.
How dare you take 2 whole feet? How dare you?
If his mic on stream, like the
Okay,
stream,
okay,
like the
coming
mic
back,
used in
coming
OBS,
back.
the same
I
as
realized-
Discord, maybe?
I realized I jumped the gun on a couple things. I actually gotta pull up. So that's fine. Now, do this. Do this. Mute that. Okay. Now I think I'm ready. We're ready to go. Hooray.
Woo.
Woohoo.
So, players.
Hi.
Exciting times. Last time, y'all fought and defeated Ox. As well as
sick.
Yes, the what was his title? The Ox the Quakebringer.
Mm-hmm.
In an epic combat, and well, 2-part combat actually. In the first half, you guys it wasn't even close. You guys you bodied him. Second half, I got some hits in. For sure.
It was kind of perfect that it went like that, though.
Yeah, I was very happy with how it went.
It went really well.
Very epic. I wish I got to, crush you guys a little bit with my shield, but I didn't get to do. Speaking of the shield, I got some loot for you guys because I forgot to give it out at the end of last session.
Is it still a tower shield?
It is a tower shield.
Oh.
Among other things. So, and we're also going to roll for an item. Let's see here.
I wonder if Clove could take whatever it does off of it, but it probably needs to be.
It acts as just a shield, so it's shield stats and everything. And this is a magical item, so you can think of it as, even though it's a tower shield, it kind of will change shape to fit your needs, if in that sense.
Oh, okay. So it wouldn't mess with Dimitri's combat flow then. I wouldn't have to be clunking that around.
No, but it just works as a normal shield. Like if you have a shield,
awesome.
Yeah. It is the Shield of the Bull.
What does it do?
It has the ability Mow Down. When you are melee attacked by an enemy, you may use your reaction to charge at the enemy that attempted or did strike you, and any additional enemies behind them up to 15 feet. All affected creatures must make a strength saving throw at your spell DC, and upon failure, they take 1d8 plus your strength modifier and are knocked prone. Half damage and not prone on a successful save.
No, yeah, that's gotta be a Dimitri item. Damn it! I'll swap between that and the face shield.
There will be other things.
I know.
If you have another shield, I also use a shield.
Oh yeah, because I do have my face shield, which makes you immune to charm.
I'm here.
Yeah, like if you want to use the big one, I could take your other
Angel.
Yeah.
How you
And then
doing,
we can
Angel?
swap these if you're ever feeling like you want to charge people, Clove.
one. I don't have a great strength modifier.
That's true. I knew that from personal experience.
Here, how about do you want me to trade your guys' shields? Take out the face shield from you, give it to Clove, and give you the charging one.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
All right. Here we go. All right, have that now. Yeah. So I can just equip this, unequip your other shield, and then I will give you full. Equip that. It's not a suit of armor. Oh, I might have to edit it. It thinks it's armor. Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, wait a minute.
No, that shield is sick.
I just did not make it a shield. Okay, now it should be.
You're good.
Uh,
Woohoo! Wait, my AC did not change.
Well, I think I need to.
I see.
Here, let me delete it. Let me edit it over here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Shield. Attunement required.
Oh, that's fine. I'm only attuned to like one item. I think that's the eye. Or wait, no, not even the eye. I don't even think the eye's attunement.
All right, I don't know why. I don't believe so. I don't know why it's not making your AC higher.
I could just mod it if you want.
Yeah, that's fine for now.
Just click your AC and just manually put it in there.
I think there is a way to do that. Hold on. Yeah, there we go.
The other item you guys get is a strange-looking hat that doesn't seem of this world.
Oh boy.
This is Roy's cowboy hat. This was an item worn by a player in Mansion of Madness, and it has non-attunement, just a straight-up magic item, and does the following: you have advantage on wisdom-related checks, but reading takes twice as long.
Oh, is it that big bird motherfucker?
It is that big bird motherfucker.
We have to give it to she. We have to give it to she. It has to continue the tradition.
That's fair.
I mean,
That'd
she
be
doesn't
amazing.
need advantage on wisdom checks. She has like fucking ridiculous fucking rolls
does.
regardless.
You heard of
Yeah.
wisdom check, but what about second wisdom check?
Oh,
Yeah.
Trez learned the hard way about divination wizards last time too. They get their spell slots
that's
back
fine.
when
I
they pass
didn't know that
divination.
until I made it. I was like, oh, what?
All right, and then artifact. Alrighty, and then I believe and each of you can also add 200 gold to your coffers. So a total for the party would be 1,200, but then 200 each.
Nice.
Nice.
I
got money.
We're in the you are getting the monies.
Money.
And you're going to get at least a tier 2 item. Let's
Wait, did I add my? I think I added my 200 last time. Did we do that last time?
No, we did not. We
Oh,
didn't
okay.
do loot last time.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna just roll one of those. Nope. Okay, so Just do this. Oh yes. Coral, I don't think you ever leveled up to level 7.
I did actually, Oleandra though, but wrong
Right,
campaign.
Oleandra, wrong campaign.
I did right beforehand.
I might be able to. I should be able to just do it now.
Sorry, I had forgotten to hit save when I was doing it last time. So
No worries. Okay, you should be updated, but we'll see. Let's see. 61. Let's see what's 61.
We just get a nuke. We get a nuclear bomb.
Oh yeah, what? Oh, so
Ooh, my healing hands went up.
Oh right, 7.
This is sorcerer specific, so I'm gonna re-roll you what this is. Let's see, what is this? Protective sorcery. As an action, you may spend 1 to 5 sorcery points to ward you or a creature within 30 feet of you. Oh, interesting. I don't know how useful that would even be, but sure, why not?
I know that Fandelver added all those sorcery, like, metamagic stones. Like, that's the only sorcery item I know normal people can use now.
107!
Ooh!
The number does not correlate to strength in any way. They're just kind of random.
I know, it's just a nice number.
70,
Oh,
80, 90, 100. What is it, 107?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's kind of funny. But also kind of okay. So what you rolled is that Orb of Resilience. The person who wields this orb gains proficiency in Wisdom saving throws. But as we already got a Wisdom item, I can offer you guys another reroll since it would be like double Wisdom items. Little lame, not as fun as new weapons. But I'll leave it to you. Do we want to reroll La Loot?
Yeah, let's
risk it for the
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, risk it. Let's
the biscuit. One last roll, as long as it's not, for a class that you guys aren't. 43.
Ooh.
43.
All right.
2, 4.
That's a prime number, if I'm not mistaken.
It's even lamer. Wow.
Hey, that's okay.
Let's see. It is an Ioun Stone of Natural Knowledge. You gain proficiency in the nature skill or a +1 bonus to checks if that skill is already proficient.
That's good. I like that Ioun Stone.
That's not bad. That seems like on brand for him too.
Why not? You know what? That's true. We'll keep it. All right. So here, I'll just type that in. Why did I type it into that chat? I should probably put this in Aftermath chat.
He said, fuck them kids.
All right. So whoever wants to equip that, y'all can decide amongst yourselves.
That'd be good for like Clover, she, maybe even Marlowe.
Nick, real quick question.
Yes.
I know I have a sword, but it's not in my inventory. You said you're going to add it.
Do you not have the sword?
Nope.
I thought.
Also, can I get that
I didn't
shield
put it
that
in
isn't
there.
the main shield, but the other shield?
You should have it in your inventory and equipped.
It's not in my character sheet. That
I was talking to Clove about that.
Oh.
For you. Well, you know what? I think I put in like a +1 short sword into your inventory, since all it does is give you the temp HP.
15. It's a rapier with like temp HP.
Yeah, I think just to save myself the hassle, that's what I did.
Oh,
you could probably rename it.
I should probably rename it. What did I call it?
I don't know.
It was like the Black Star sword.
Yeah, it was the Black Star Blade, I believe, was the name.
Was this moved on Foundry or?
Yeah, on Foundry.
That's why I'm not seeing it.
Yep, it's the The face shield is pretty handy. I just typed it in on my end, Skunky, when I got it, because it's just a shield, gives you +2 to AC, and you can't be charmed while you're wearing it.
Nice.
All right, I've named the
It's
sword
clutch,
to
but
something you can find. I don't think it's the correct name for the sword, but it's good enough.
Hey, yeah,
Start
Black Star Blade.
combat with 10 HP equal to your con score. Great.
Guys, I can hit things 3 times in
Woohoo!
combat. By the way, I will pick up that Barbarian Brew, and I'll pocket it, because
Sure.
I don't want a good potion to go to waste, and I just
The
look at
potion
Clove
will
awkwardly.
expire at the end of the day. But
Yeah,
yeah.
Who knows what? Anything can happen in a day.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I'm feeling reinvigorated after this boss fight.
Ox, who's sitting on the ground recovering a bit, slowly, like, groans as he stands up. And he says to you all, I can bring you to my master, but
Very
I
well.
do have an errand to run first. I am...
Okay.
What do you have to do?
My home is not where my master lives. I have been staying with a druidic tribe. One of my partners is there as well. It's about an hour away from where we are, to the east. I am to deliver some goods and medicine.
Very well. The least we can do after giving you quite a trouncing is to make sure we take you and make sure you're safe. And I'll once again, like, shake his hand and pick him up.
He will take your hand to help himself up. It is my own fault for getting too angry.
Do
You
you
did
need
your
any
best.
healing or anything?
I will be fine. I've lived through worse.
I can tell.
Just making sure. Oh, thank God. I was like, I hope the washer that's running right now doesn't pick up on my mic, and it doesn't seem like it is.
Very dim, I'm hearing a something, but it's not distracting. I can barely hear it.
Well, that's good. I think it just ended anyway, so I think we're good. Excellent.
My favorite character, Ox, just getting even more cool, being like, I deliver medicine.
Yes.
I love him.
Strange things have been happening. So if you want to wait for me here, I'll be perhaps an hour or two most and come back.
I mean, we
Or-
can go with you.
Yeah.
That is fine by me. They might be frightened of outsiders. It is not normal for one to bring outsiders to a grove.
Mm.
But
We can, like, wait outside or something.
True. But at the same time, I am more or less at your disposal.
Well, let's go then.
Yes.
Very well. Ox begins to, kind of gathers his things, finds like a walking stick on the ground to sort of help him. He's limping slightly, but, you see him even use a little bit of druidic magic on himself to heal some of his own wounds. So he picks himself back up, enough that he can move, with, a normal walking speed and stuff. He's not, gonna slow you guys down by any means. And as you guys walk east, Ox surprisingly starts talking a bit more freely. You remember when you first met him that he was very, guarded and didn't really, share or divulge any details of things. But, perhaps, due to you guys defeating him in battle, he's found new respect for all of you, and has been
Hell yeah.
tell you about the strange things that have been happening. And he says as you walk, I've been working in the mines to get a little money to help support the tribe. And there's not many of them left. And there were strange things happening recently while I was away. My partner told me that a woman fell from a house in the sky. And well, this individual has been very ill ever since.
What do you mean fell from a house in the sky?
I was working the mines. I do not know what that means. But
Interesting.
it was just what I was told, and I do
Maybe
not know my partner to tell tall tales.
Maybe some kind of mage or wizard. Seems
I
up
guess
their
we'll find
alley.
out.
Or there was like a giant bird that was going to eat her, then it dropped her for some reason.
Seems unlikely.
After about an hour's worth of travel, you guys find yourselves at a small grove of sundrop trees. And living in the heart of it, you find the Aird tribe.
Oh, isn't this the tribe we helped? Is that one girl we helped from this tribe? If I remember correctly?
No, she is from what would translate to the Wind tribe.
Oh, okay.
All
Have we heard about this tribe before, or is this new?
I don't think you guys have interacted with anybody of this tribe, but you're aware of. Well, this will be easier once all of you load in. Once all of you load in, you can make me history checks.
Let us press the buttons.
Although I
It's been
think I
94
have had you guys
years.
make checks for this in the past. Let's see here. So the translated druidic tribes prior to the ones that were outcast was you have your typical elements: fire, wind, earth, and water, moon, dream, life, and death.
Nice.
Nice.
And then you guys would have also known that the Moon Tribe, as well as I want to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Moon and the Life Tribe were the ones that were outcast.
Mm-hmm.
The Moon Tribe, as far as you know, became or at least a sect of it became the Cult of Whispers. The Life Tribe, you don't know why they were outcast, but it does not. It's probably related to something. But actually, wait, hold on. Did you find out?
Who's to
Actually,
say?
you did find this out when you met the shepherd leader in the capital. She told you that she was a druidess of the Life Tribe, and that their tribe was famously, or maybe not famously, but like.
Wait, I thought she said that she was from the Dream tribe.
Then maybe I'm remembering the tribe wrong. If it's the Dream tribe, I couldn't. I'd have to look at my notes to see what the second tribe was. I just know for sure the Moon tribe was. If she was Dream, then yeah, then it was the Dream tribe. It was either Dream or Life. I could not remember, and I'd have to.
These things happen.
Yeah, I'd have to look deep in my notes.
Absolutely.
But basically, that tribe was exiled because they worked with the wizards to, as far as you know, create the amber crystals that protect everybody. And that was enough to exile them for some reason.
Fair. I mean, if I made a terrorist cell, I would also be very disappointed in my peers.
But as for the Earth Tribe itself, you guys can roll me some history checks if you want.
History. Very well. Oh, by the way, has my token been loading in just fine now?
I've been
I haven't
copying
noticed
it
any-
over, so I don't know.
Hey, that's good. Hey, that's one way to fix the issue. You said history, right?
History, yes.
I'm smart! I forgot intelligence is my very high stat because I'm going Eldritch Knight.
Clove and Dimitri, you guys have heard of the Earth Tribe. You know, it's a pretty, as far as history goes with the Druidic tribes, there's really not much to say. They're a pretty, as far as you've heard, pretty peaceful tribe that's, you know, more concerned with, you know, maintaining nature and wildlife. And they have it's a very nomadic life, or can be rather. With your checks, you would know that quite often Druidic tribes, they'll find a grove of sundrop trees and where they can make a home for themselves, where they wouldn't need, like, you know, additional protection from the miasma. Druids and barbarians have natural protections from the miasma, but it can only do so much. Like, eventually you will need to go to a place that offers you, you know, real protection, and that's what the sundrop trees do. The trees are able to expel the miasma, and you would have known about. I would say, Dimitri, with your role especially being a 24, you would have heard, you know, rumors or stories of, you know, the Inquisitors rounding up Druids, and you believe that the Erd tribe was hit particularly hard, and that, you know, the rumors were there might not even be any of them left. So, you coming here is definitely, probably, you would know that they're going to be on edge seeing you, even with you guys not being Inquisitors. And as you guys enter the grove, a man who clearly looks to be, like, pretty clearly looks to be like the elder, like, rushes up to Ox and says, "What are you doing? What? Why do you bring outsiders here to our grove, our home?" Ox, like, holds up his hand and says, "They are with me. It is fine. They will not harm this grove." The elder, like, looks, "What happened to you? Did they do this to you?"
Yes.
He lost his temper and we had to calm him down.
You see the elder looks, like, wide-eyed at all of you, and Ox puts his hand, like, firmly on the elder's shoulder and says, "Believe me when I say all is well. I'm here to drop off the things that I was tasked with getting, and then I will be going with them on a journey." The elder goes, "Dear God, are they Inquisitors?" "No."
No.
You see the elder, like, kind of like, yeah, the elder knows he can't, like, you know, do shit to Ox. Like, you know, Ox is Ox. So we're gonna have to pack up and move everything. He sort of, like,
We're not
runs
going to
off.
tell anybody where you are.
We have no quarrel with druids.
You can see
Most days.
the other druidic tribe members. They're, like, kind of staring at you cautiously. You can see some, like, hiding behind the trees, even with just your natural perception. You know, there's not much going on. And then you see to the far end a druidic woman over a cot with a woman in it. I would like everybody to
Oh, she's the one who fell out of the tree.
give me
House.
a perception check, which might be hard as I'm moving you guys all.
Yes,
Haha,
it's
just-
okay.
Just catch your token. Marlo, you get advantage.
High int, low wisdom, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, it's probably Baba Yaga.
Marlo's still looking up in the sky for big birds. Dirty 20.
Marlo, you know who this person is.
Oh.
This is because since you gave me last names, this is your aunt Evelyn Gravecarver.
Ooh.
You see the druidic woman put like a cloth over your aunt's forehead as your aunt kind of like moves back and forth uneasily. And Ox walks up and says, "I have brought you what you asked, herbs and other things." She'll take all the ingredients from Ox, who gives her different herbs, some looks like a poultice of some kind, some cloth, just like some general goods, and then he also hands her a vial. Anyone who wants to can make me a nature check. And whoever decides that they're going to have that Ioun stone can, I guess, add their proficiency to that.
I have rolled nothing but. Oh, okay. For some reason, okay, it was a 14. That was another 15.
Anyone claiming that Ioun stone?
I've already got proficiency.
What about you, She? What about you, Marlo?
I've got
I'm not.
shit intelligence anyway, so probably not me.
I've got a +1, so with it it'd be a +4. So it's not.
I've got a +0, so.
Hey, that would be something still.
I mean, I rolled a 6, so a 9 won't do much.
Hey,
Well,
it's numbers.
You guys can, I guess, decide whenever you want who gets it. Let's see. Interesting. Nobody rolled high enough. You see a vial that likely has some sort of potion in it. Given over.
Potion?
Yes.
Could I use a bardic inspiration on my roll, or
not on your own
sorry,
roll?
Who rolled high? No one else. No one else. I guess Ferris's was close. Could I use a bardic inspo on Ferris's?
Oh, by the way, speaking of Ferris, since we can't, do we technically get a long rest when we level, or are we just
you do get a long rest when you level?
we
So all of you can give me long rest.
So Ferris could roll his portents.
Oh, yes, I could.
I would say, I would say you. You know what? Fine. I'll allow the portents. I'll allow.
Let me look at the feature first.
If it says long rest or day, that's what matters.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna check. Long rest.
All right, I'll say go ahead. Roll your portents. See if you
I
want to
will
change
also roll
anything.
my potion of the day.
Oh,
while
I'm probably not
thinking
gonna use
about
them right now, but
Yeah, find out what you can bend to your will later on. Ferris's portents are literally that Mickey Mouse meme. That's a surprise tool that'll help us later. Oh,
An 18.
that's
That's
our first
pretty good.
one. Ooh, very good.
All right.
18 and a 6.
I'm writing those down.
Marlo, you notice as your Auntie Evelyn kind of moves around, she's mumbling something under her breath. And you all of you can get close enough to make out what she's saying. It sounds like each sentence makes sense on its own, but together it's like a bunch of gibberish. What she whispers is, "The piper summons the rats to feast. Tax collector bleeds the peasant of his gold. The carcass rots and boils. Leave and go home, go home." And she just keeps murmuring that over and over. Her eyes like suddenly open, and Marlo, you see gaping holes where her eyes were.
Marlo's trying very hard not to tip that he knows this woman.
Why don't you give me... I'll give it your choice, deception or performance.
I'm bad at both, but let's go with deception. Yeah, 7.
Trying to keep a straight face, you kind of give away a bit with your shaking that I think everyone's passive perception could pick up on that almost. But I'll leave it to them if they want to say something to you.
Marlo, are you okay?
Just fine, thanks.
Are you sure?
Marlo, as you say that, you're like you're like holding back like tears, like, "I'm fine, thanks."
Is anything wrong?
A lot of pollen in here. The trees. That's all.
You know, Marlo, you're a lot of things.
I guess
Good
so.
liar is not one of them.
Oh, sorry, what's she?
I guess there's a lot of pollen, but I don't know. It seems like something's bothering you.
Just like pollen makes you sneeze.
There's a lot of things. Yeah, it's fine. I'll tell you guys later. Just not here. If that's
Ox
fine.
will talk to the druid woman next to him and say, "Yezreela, tell these travelers what you told me about how you saw this woman." Yezreela, I can put that name in the chat for you guys to write down if you want. Will turn to you and give a small like nod, almost not quite a bow, but like acknowledge you. It's clear that like her hands are like look stained from trying to mix herbs and like berries and juices together to like try and cure this woman. And she will say, "It was the strangest thing. It sounded like the grove was under attack by a large animal. The ground quaked in ways that I've never heard before. And as I went to look, I saw a house in the sky. And then out of its front door, this woman fell to the ground, and I feared she would die. But she survived somehow." Marlo, for you, there's something you've met before. You haven't spent maybe the most time with, but you've met your Auntie Evelyn before, and you know with all your heart that this is her, but there's something different about it.
The eyes mostly, yeah. Or lack of them.
The eyes, yes. Okay, cheeky, but yes. You don't get a sense of her Fae ancestry anymore. It's like that part of her no longer exists. And as a hag, that's kind of odd, to say the least. Unnatural. It's like something took that from her.
Oh boy. Don't like that.
Yeah, that's not great.
Izzy, we're getting a little bit of background noise from your mic.
Oh, sorry. Probably my cat screaming.
A little bit of that.
This is Vivian's mom too. Okay. I'll I'll approach, I guess. No, it's not. I figured the cat's out of the bag for this group at least. Let's go up. Do you mind if I give her a look? I know I might know something. I might be able to help her.
Oh, of course. If you think you can help, they will both stand to the side.
Appreciate it. You might want to stand back just in case.
They will both stand back.
And I'll kneel down and I'll take her hands in mine. And I'll be like, and I'll be, hey, do you know me? And just
as you say that, you feel her hands sort of like twitch a bit, and she, very it's clear that like her mobility is like now like it's like very much like that kind of like sickly old woman like hands. It's like a Herculean effort to like reach up to grab yours, and like she kind of feels your arm a bit, and she like doesn't like look at you, but like turns her head slightly in your direction, but as her mouth opens, she just repeats the same phrases. But it seems like she's trying to communicate something to you, but all she can say is, "The piper summons the rats to feast. Tax collector bleeds the peasant of his gold. Carcass rots and boils. Leave and go home, go home."
okay. No. I will see if I can. I can't even take. I'm going to just kind of like while I have like my hands partially obscured, I'm gonna break off a thumbnail and just kind of like slip it into her like the folds of her clothes for later, and just
Make me a
and
sleight of
I'll
hand
whisper.
check, and I'll give you advantage because people are giving you some distance.
Okay. 17.
Okay, yeah, I don't think anybody. Does your passive perception fucking beat a 17? For you, it might.
It
might.
Your wisdom's insane.
Yeah, it's an 18.
Passive's 18.
Look,
Jesus.
You gotta love it.
So she notices something, and it's up to she whether or not she wants to say something. But you put that thumbnail in with your
We will just watch.
auntie's clothes. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'll just say, I get that you're trying to tell me something. Just it's Marmar, and Vivian and Willow are safe. We've met up.
As you say that, her grip tightens on your arm.
Was this BY? Squeeze once for yes, twice for no.
It seems more a squeeze. What? Roll me an insight check.
Just 8.
You think the squeeze is just like, like maybe it could be anything. It could be, just like an involuntary muscle reaction. It could be like her reacting like the good news that, you guys are safe. You're not really sure if it's anything more than that.
Oh, this is gonna be weird. I'm gonna just check. Is this Dryad or Druid lady like really paying attention to what I'm doing?
She is actively watching you. Like kind of everybody's actively watching you, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, all right, you're gonna love this. I'll take out.
Oh boy.
I'm going to take out. Is it Willow's eye?
Yes. Willow's the one.
So I'm taking out Willow's eye, and I'm going to do my best to pop it in one of the sockets.
Oh.
Oh.
It might just be weird thing of Marlo putting another person's eye into a socket with no nerve connection, but
Hey, it
you
wouldn't be
never
your
know.
first time doing eye surgery. Looks at Dimitri.
As you put the eyeball into your auntie's empty socket, you watch as it immediately shrivels and like a raisin and turns to ash. And
shit.
For the briefest of moments in your head, you hear a "Help me! Help! I something's."
Uh-oh.
And then silence.
Did you just fuse
that
a
was
hexblood to its hag mother?
Willow, but you recognize that as Willow's voice that reached out briefly to you. You hear pretty quickly Vivian's voice in your head goes, "Marlo, did something? I think something's happened to Willow. She was going
is this one way?
east as far as I know. Yeah, this is just in your head.
Okay. East.
She was I know she was headed east, but I thought it was going to be a few days, at least, if not a week, before she arrived at her destination.
East to where, though?
How could something have happened to her? She's of any of us, she's pretty invulnerable.
I can't respond to this, correct? It's a one-way thing?
No, oh, sorry. I misunderstood what you meant. You can respond.
Oh, right. Okay, so I'll respond in kind and say, and then I'm talking to, this is Viv?
This is Vivian. Vivian can do the telepathic link between you guys.
Right.
I have a bad feeling that you just returned a hexblood to its hag.
I guess we'll see. So to Viv, I will say, hey, so sorry, a lot happened. I found Auntie Evelyn, some grove, some druid's grove, and she didn't have eyes, and she's like muttering about the same thing: a piper, a tax collector, a corpse boiling, popping and boiling, and to go home. And she was, yeah,
you found her?
Yeah, she I guess she must have fallen out of her house or something, because it was flying. Do you remember? Did you ever visit her? Did she have a flying house?
Marlo, the only thing that has a house in the sky is something we cannot name. It is a mother's mother.
Oh, okay. BY. Got it.
So she was there.
Okay.
They must all be with her. That must be it, Marlo.
It's a fair assumption, yeah. Anyway, so a couple things. She was missing her eyes, and I don't know how to put it. You know how we kind of have like that connection to like the Feywild and stuff,
Yeah,
like how we're kind of weird. She doesn't have that anymore. It's gone. She's a Mundy.
A Mundy.
Yeah.
How is that possible, Marlo?
You're asking me. Marlo is also, well, even though he's talking in his head, he's still making these gestures. Physically making these gestures.
Ox will turn to the room and be like, is he casting a spell? I did not think that was his thing.
He just does that.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so yeah, so she's a Mundy, and her eyes are missing. And so I thought maybe if I took if I took Willow's eye and I like put it in, maybe she could like see, or like some part of her would come back to her. But I did, and it kind of got all raisiny, so I
Ugh.
can't really talk to her anymore.
As you're speaking in your head, Yasrila will kind of step forward and say, "What is that?" And she kind of moves your aunt's hair out of the way, and you see on her forehead a red sort of splotch that appears to slowly. I say slowly, but really it's growing pretty quickly, and you see this like tiny red splotch turn into a red line that then opens up to what looks to be like a red ink drawing of an eye, similar to perhaps the tattoos on your back, Marlowe. Yasrila will immediately put her hands out, and you see her like casting magic of some kind, and she'll say, "What did you do? This is some sort of devil magic going on in her."
Oh no, devil magic is way more complicated. So, I mean, well, not complicated. It's lovely leaves. Anyway, sorry. No, it's none of that. I don't know. Just is it so far just like still a drawing of an eye that has just opened, or is it a physical eye now that is?
So it's a drawing of the eye, and right before Yasrila put her hands out once she put her hands out and started casting magic, its growth had stopped, but it had opened into an eye, and you saw the eye, the dot that was the eye, the iris, the eyeball, the pupil, whatever, what have you, turn and look at you.
I'll be like, "Oh, hey, Grandma. Fancy meeting you here."
Yasrila was saying, "Something powerful is fighting here, trying to get out. She cannot stay here. You cannot stay here."
Yeah, probably not.
Marlowe, you will hear in your head Vivian say, "You need to get out of there, Marlowe."
Should I take should I take Eve? Should I take Auntie?
I don't think it's safe for us to be near Auntie Evelyn. If something happened to Willow, something could easily happen to you, and I can't do things by myself, Marlowe. If we lose either one of us, I don't know how we can survive and get our mothers back.
Okay, well, fine. I'll get up and be like, we should leave before that gets, and I'll point at the forehead, worse.
Oh boy.
You all, I'll point at the other people.
well.
Should all probably leave too.
As you begin to walk up, she says, I can take care of this. I'm not sure what to do, though. Do we...
You have anything that protects against Fae, or like prevents possession or anything like that?
I can stop it for now, but she's going to need to see a cleric or someone who has experience in these things. Perhaps you'll have to take her with you to perhaps the city, or if you can't be near her, someone can follow behind and bring her to a temple, a hospital, somewhere that can possibly help her. But we're very quickly running out of things I can do here.
Well, if you can stave it off, that's good. But I don't know if it. I mean, because she's a Mundian. Sorry, she's no. I mean, she's human, right? So of course, a hospital or a cleric should help her. Sure, yeah. Fuck. I mean, what do you guys think? Can we bring her with? I'll tell you what. We're related. I'll just say.
Yasrila will say, she cannot be moved till I stabilize her enough. When I'm finished with my spell, she will have perhaps a day before whatever this is comes back, I will finish this and stabilize her and bring her after you've gone.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. I will say into her head with my token, and be like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I did. I was just trying to make things better. We're gonna make you better. It's okay, Auntie.
You're speaking into Auntie's head?
Yes.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
As you say this, you get, for the briefest of moments, a searing headache. Crippling almost, like it brings you like down to a knee. You like your vision flashes white. And you hear,
leave me alone.
And you hear in your mind as a response, your auntie's voice, and all you hear is, "Leave and go home, go home. Leave and go home, go home. Leave and go home, go home," over and over in your mind.
That's always fun.
Ox will kind of, as you go to a knee, Ox will kind of grab you and kind of, gingerly like pull you away. And as you get further away from your auntie, like it subsides more and more. And he says, "I think it is best if we take our leave now. This has been
probably
more eventful than I had anticipated."
Yeah, sorry, I guess.
It is fine. I do not think it was intentional.
I mean, parts of it, but not how I thought it would turn out. Anyway. Right. Sorry, everyone.
I'm not sure what you did, but
Out of character. Sorry.
Go for it. No, like that's what literally Dimitri just trails off. He don't know what's really going on there.
Out of character, what was our goal here again?
We were just stopping here so that Ox could drop off these things, and then we could go to meet the big bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So exactly that. Ox had some things that he wanted to bring to the grove here, to help not only his partner out, but assist this ailing woman who turned out to be one of Marlowe's aunts.
Nice.
As you guys travel back towards Middle Mist, you're able to get there. Well, actually, no. By this time, it's actually getting a bit late. So I would say you guys get back to Middle Mist, and it's pretty. I'd say it's pretty late by this time, like around midnight, if not later. Just because of when this whole battle happened, like in the evening time. So traveling an hour here, hour back, plus whatnot. You're looking at probably around midnight when you guys get back. You guys can either rest up, or Ox will tell you the trip to where we're going is a long one. I don't know when or how you got here, but there have been rumors of these sigils that can transport people over great distances. It would be quickest if we went to the capital first. It would save us quite a good deal of travel.
About that, we kind of need paperwork to do that.
Ferris, you would know that is not going to be an issue.
Thief boy. We have the Thieves Guild guy on our
Here's the
side.
oh, I'll get that all covered. It's fine.
And
Ooh.
you can even choose. You could even go to the capital tonight if you want. Grant, as long as you get the correct channels, or you guys can stay at an inn in Middle Mist, either or, which sounds more appealing to you guys.
Varys, do you have any place here that we can stay if we stay here?
Do I have a place?
No, you were just here on your job.
Yes, I have a lovely one-person tent. You can sleep around it.
Hmm. Well,
I mean, we're not exactly hurting for cash.
yeah, we are quite well off.
Well, you asked if I had a place to stay.
Well, it would have been convenient for this area, but I'm open to suggestions.
Do I know of any good inns?
In Middle Mist, no, everything here is pretty shit. Like you're much more like the capital. Capital has options. Here,
Yeah,
it's
so
like
capital probably.
just garbage.
All right, so we can either sleep in a dump or we can, sleep somewhere nice.
I would rather
But-
sleep somewhere nice, to be entirely
Yeah,
honest.
but-
I've,
Feel bad.
I don't
I can
really
sleep on
care.
the ground. It does not matter to.
glamping, darling, glamping.
I would
Are we
prefer something with centaur housing.
So, capital or
Sale?
back to Campion? I don't.
Oh, camping. I don't really know what the point of going to camping is.
Probably
Yeah,
better to
go
go
back to
straight
the
to the
capital.
capital than
Straight
make
to the
any
Yeah.
capital.
unnecessary
Just a-
detours.
Quick question, DM.
Yes.
I know initially we'd heard that there was a house with legs running around.
Mm-hmm.
But that would have been separate from the house in the sky, I assume. Or I guess I don't really know for sure one way or the other.
I will say, based upon what you've heard, and since you've said it, especially, you think that they're one and the same. That you also didn't ask, any like detailing questions. You do know that the druid said that it sounded like, a large creature was coming. That could very well be the stomping of the house, and perhaps her vantage point, she didn't see legs on the house and was distracted by, the woman falling from it, and the house, then going away. Like, depending on where she saw it through the tree line, might not have seen legs. But given that it was your aunt and, falling from a house kind of means, there's like one thing that it could be, which
Fair
is
enough. Okay.
the Baba Yaga's hut.
Got it.
Mm.
The hut.
As you guys decide to go to the capital, you go into the teleportation house, as it were, and Singe is there at the desk. As you all come in, he says, "Oh, I see you have been successful, it appears, in your endeavor. I think I recognize you. You've been around town, correct, friend? I work in the mine." "Okay, whatever you say." Yeah, you, Farius.
Yes.
Be sure to tell the guild that Singe has been immensely helpful.
I will.
I will be needing a favor, as it were, from the guild in the near future. So, make sure you tell them sooner rather than later, yes?
Oh, is there any... Is it just you're needing a favor in the future that's incentive?
Correct. I am the town protector. I am not affiliated with anybody, of course. But if you need a favor, you need a favor. And, well, I could use one. But that will be for discussing with your bosses. I think he would be able to help me out. Not sure anybody else, I'm afraid.
All right. Keep your secrets.
Of course, and you too. If you're returning or going, where are you going? I can make sure you get there safely.
We're going to
Or
the
Yosta.
capital.
Of course,
what?
and you have papers, face.
Yes. Right? I have papers.
You would have papers, yeah.
Okay.
I would say more likely you would have. Yeah, actually, no. I would say you'd be equipped for like any scenario. Like you just have like default papers that like you just scribble in the where you need to go. Because the guild didn't know where you guys might be going from here, and whether or not you'd even need to use the teleportation sigil again. So you have not only papers to get you to any city, but also to get yourself home when everything's done.
Okay, so they gave me a fill in the blank passport
Fill in the
sheet.
blank,
Got it.
yeah, but it's Singe takes it from you. It says, "Oh, this forgery is a little better. You guys, you've been improving, I see. I don't blame you. It's a rather new paperwork. Probably don't see it too much, but no. What can I say? You got slipped through the cracks, as it were." And he gestures for you guys to enter the circle.
All right.
First we'll walk through.
Mhm.
Oh, I collided with the wall.
Phil.
I'll open the door. Wait, did I
Yes,
close it? I
you
always
close
walk
the
through
door.
the wall.
Please.
I opened the
let us
door.
go.
I just wanted to see if it worked. Squeaky hinges and all that.
Come on, Oleandra.
Well, since you're going to the capital, perhaps you let Locke know to contact me ASAP, as it were.
Oh, you are asking a lot. Okay.
Well, I think I am doing you quite the favor.
Oh,
You know,
is he doing? Is he technically doing out of character? Is he technically doing me a favor or the guild a favor?
He, I mean, kind of a bit of both. Doing you a favor is doing the guild a favor, and
okay.
because especially since he knows it's a forgery, he could technically put you all in jail.
Yes, you
All
could.
right, fine.
But apparently he doesn't want to for some reason or another. And
Man, it's like he's also a corrupt member of society that works with the Thieves Guild.
I know. The urge to cast detect thoughts is
Ferris,
strong.
you would know that Singe is not a thief and was not a member of the guild at any point.
Oh yeah.
And the town protectors go through such rigorous training, as Lysander's told you guys, that in some ways it's you don't need, this is like a little odd, but also who knows what these guys goes on in the protectors' lives, like but they're trained to be ever attentive and like put the town, the well-being of the town above all else.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I also had to see if I was like, I don't know, you could give me something to make me go faster, but no. All right.
Right.
I'll play nice.
I gotta pay Clove to make me more potions later.
At your service.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Oh.
grab you guys. All right. You guys are able. You guys, when everyone's ready, the teleportation sigil like starts up, and you see the glyphs around the sigil light up, and then like a jump, all of a sudden you find yourselves in the capital. If you're trying to, and I would say probably if you're trying to just get a quick night's rest, and not looking to spend too much money, you're able to find like mediocre inn. You guys can get a drink, get a little bit of food if you want it, and then go to sleep. Ox sort of like will follow your lead on where you want him to go. In terms of like, do you like want him to like make sure that he's under surveillance by you guys? Like, he's being pretty cooperative.
I personally think he should be under surveillance just because of who he's connected to. Not that I think he's gonna get in trouble. I just think that someone is gonna try and get him in trouble. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Sure.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
stick with him.
Well, as long as someone's keeping watch, you watch him, and he's out like a light and snores as loudly as you remember.
Oh, I thought you meant like we were just gonna let him walk around by himself. Okay, never mind.
Oh no, he was like, do you want me to like, he's pretty much like, are you getting me a room? Am I just sleeping outside? Like, I can do whatever. It's whatever.
I can get you a room. Don't worry.
We'll definitely get him a room.
We get him a room. Yeah.
You get him a room. Do you get him a room to himself, or bunk with people?
He was the one that. Well, Ferris doesn't know he snores, so Ferris will.
You would notice that whoever stays with him, you would notice that he quickly like abandons the bed to the hard floor, and just snores like loud as all hell. You're able to get some sleep yourself if you guys are trading watches. That's probably the best way for everyone to get real sleep. Anybody in the same room as him is probably going to have a hard time. But regardless, he's Ox, at least for now, seems to be playing it cool, just very cooperative.
All right.
At some point before we decide to retire for the night, I would try to gather people into one of our rooms, I guess. Be like, hey, okay, probably wondering what happened earlier today.
A little bit, yeah.
Fair enough.
It's
Okay,
very confusing, Magics. Even in my study of the Fae, I haven't seen anything like it.
So, Ferris, I guess you're new. So long story short, so you know how I'm weird? Not in like how I am, but in what I am. So that woman was one of my. She's family. Remember Viv? I mean, not you, Ferris, but you remember Vivian and Willow?
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of like my cousins, because they're like the me versions of their daughter. So okay, so Vivian was the daughter of that woman that we met, right?
Oh.
And we're kind of like what you would call hex bloods. We're kind of like somewhere between human-ish and humanoid and fae. We're kind of like part hag, I guess you could call it.
Makes sense.
Can we roll anything on Hexbloods?
I know what he is from beforehand, if I'm remembering correctly. That like Marlowe's a Hexblood, but I don't know about any intricate details.
If you would like, sure. Roll me. I would say what would that be? Would that be history, nature, arcana?
Probably history.
I think either history or nature.
I feel like history or nature works for me.
My score for all of those is the same, so. Did you say history?
History or nature?
Don't matter.
Would I be able to use my advantage from my Hunter's Bane for Fae nonsense?
Is a Hexblood technically Fae?
Oh yeah, I'm a Fae.
Yeah, Hexbloods are Fae.
And I'd say go ahead, sure.
Woohoo! 18, that's not bad.
Yeah, I would say. Let's see here. She has no idea, of course. She's like, "What's a Hexblood?" Everyone
Do
else.
I need to cast Remove Curse?
Oh God, can you imagine?
Everyone else, I would say you have a basic understanding of what a hexblood is, and it's up to Marlowe, I would say, on how much he wants to divulge, as I don't think a hexblood is the most common, for lack of a better word, creature type that you're familiar with.
Yeah, so me and Viv and Willow were all hexbloods, and our moms, I say, I mean, air quote moms, they're full-blooded hags basically. I don't know how Viv and Willow came about. I mean, that first time I met them actually. But how I was human basically. And I got adopted by my mom, and at some point her and her sisters, her coven members, basically, they asked if I wanted to, become like them. I said, yeah, they're the only family I ever knew. They were nice to me. They taught me a lot. So I said, yeah, and we started the ritual. I was 13. It's the right age apparently to do it. So 13, and the whole thing started. It seemed like it was going well. You know, the stuff that you see, and I like gestured to like my ears and my crown thing, and my like long fingers and nails. Like this all started taking, and I was like, about to become one when something went wrong. And they vanished. My mom was able to do something to kind of seal, I think, like my hagginess in me, and that's kind of this. And I point to my back. I thought so anyway, but maybe it's something else. But yeah, so what I've been doing is trying to find them, and I guess I found one. So yeah,
How
that's
long ago did they disappear?
When you were
13 years
13?
ago. Yeah, that was 13 years ago.
Oh.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
and you were with your main parental unit.
Oh,
So,
well, no, mom, Aunt Viv, and Aunt Eve. I'm sorry, not Aunt Viv. Aunt Eve and Aunt Abby were all there. They were. It's a coven, right? So it's a whole thing with threes. It's a very important number for
yes,
us.
no, and I mean after the fact, the other two disappeared, and you were just with your
They
mother.
all did.
They all
No,
did.
they all did.
Oh.
Huh.
So I don't.
Oh.
And so whatever you saw with Evelyn back there was whatever. I've been looking into it. There's some Uber hag, I guess, called Baba Yaga, who I guess is like my grandma. Shrug.
Shrug says
and,
out loud. Shrug.
And she's the one doing this for some reason. I don't know why then of all times. I don't know what they did wrong, or if she's like been tracking them. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss, and you can see Marlo's kind of like not his usual like lax self. He's like breaking. He's very frazzled right now. And now I think I've killed my cousin, which is not great. So I'm not doing great right now.
I don't
How
think
can we
you'll
help?
should blame yourself. It was just a ritual.
Well, no, the ritual, that's whatever. I'm talking about what happened with Aunt Evelyn today.
Oh.
When I gave the eye, I feel like that I've killed one of my cousins, like one of the only people who I can really relate with, you know?
Perhaps you returned her the hag part of her. Is she like you? Halfway through a ritual and halted.
I don't know what there's like sometimes like my mom told me like sometimes it's like a lot of hexbloods can turn into full hags, but I was basically skipping that stage going from human to hag.
Not to
Because like
yeah.
because
Perhaps
they just
you return the hag parts of her to her own mother. I don't know. It's hard to say.
not.
There's a
Being
lot of
Mundy
unknown
is just
factors.
ugh. Sorry, no offense.
Dimitri just scratches at it, the scar on his neck. I'm not sure. When you deal with weird magic, there's a lot of unknowns, believe me.
Seems like something will have to be more research done into that.
I'm doing
Could be
what I
worse. You
can,
could have
but-
burned your house down.
Oh, our house had things against that. It could sweat.
I'm not gonna
The house,
question further on that.
Don't worry about it.
our house anyway, could sweat. Anywho, we should probably get to bed. And he just does a
Right.
big over exaggerated stretch.
I'm gonna be near Oleandra, just sitting
Time to
against
hit
the
the
wall
old dusty trail.
and getting into a rest position near Oleandra.
Yeah, she'll just lean her head up against you and just go, "Good night, Izzy. This has been a long day."
Wild day.
You guys get your rest.
And they'll hold hands.
Watching.
Yes.
Honk shooting.
Honk shoe, honk
Watching,
shoe.
taking turns watching Ox. For those of you who want to keep an eye on him in the night.
I trust
The
him.
night goes by
I don't.
without incident. The next
Nice.
day, you guys get your things together and leave the capital, going through once again the southern gate.
Wee.
Up. Ox will say to you all, from the capital, it is about a week's worth of travel to get to my master.
He's that close.
Well, remember last we checked on it, we knew they were somewhere away from the capital, just not how far.
Mm-hmm.
We can follow the road for a couple of days, but then we will need to break off. There's no road that leads to where we go.
Fair enough. I trust you, Ox. If you don't mind, I'll walk beside you in the front as you lead the way.
It's fine.
Nods.
So together.
Also,
yes.
real quick,
Yes.
before we leave the capital,
Yes.
can I buy several diamonds?
Yeah,
yeah. You can cast
before we
Revivify.
leave the capital to early morning.
You need to pass messages off, yeah.
Yeah, Ferris will early morning pass messages off. I'll come back with donuts. I'll be like, "Oh, I was out getting breakfast."
Great. Yeah. You are in part of these messages? Do you let the guild know that y'all owe Singe a favor?
Yeah, I'll let them know that Singe requests basically another meeting and would like a return on the favors.
Sure. I will also say, Ferris, even though you're not classically a thief, I would say you are fluent in Thieves' so you can have that language proficiency if you would like.
Ooh, yes, please.
Yeah, you're easily able to send off those missives, let people know. Giving the updates to your situation currently, and that things are going relatively smoothly, all things considered.
Yeah, I'll also be add into our our dossier about Ox that he can turn into a ox.
Yeah.
I'll give an update of we should add that to his
I should have been compensated more for this job.
Guys,
I got
fuck?
tossed into the air.
Literally.
Man turned into a bull.
Yes, you are able to get yourself some diamonds.
Thanks.
What diamonds are you trying to get?
Diamonds worth 300 gold.
300 gold worth diamonds. Okay.
It's 500 gold, I believe, for
Is it?
Revivify. Yep.
No, it's
500 gold.
300.
Is it 500? I can't remember. I'm tired.
Yeah, 500 for the next step.
Oh,
Yeah,
500 for
according
rate.
to
Yeah,
D&D
you're right.
Beyond, it's 300. So
I'm tired. You're fine.
you're fine.
Let's
dare you.
roll a bit of a luck check. Let's see here. What
The
higher?
diamond market's in shambles.
I said you went higher, and you got an 8. I would say you are able to find a place where you can exchange coin for diamonds, but there's going to be a bit of a markup.
Fair enough.
With the exchange rate. And I will say,
Would it be possible for me to go with she and try to negotiate on their behalf?
I will say you can roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage based on the terrible luck roll.
Okay.
I also have.
And I'll make the DC 20.
Nope. Just barely.
I also have the pretty gem that Oleandra fixed. If that makes the exchange
Oh yeah.
gem to gem.
You're able to get a better deal than the 500 gem for a 300 diamond.
Fair enough.
I will say that the fee is an additional 20 gold for that exchange.
Oh yeah.
So mark off 320 gold, and you can get yourself a 300 gold worth diamond.
Any chance that I can get 2?
Sure, yeah, it would be the same thing. So it'd be 640 then.
640, cool, easy enough. I will do that.
Great. You were able to do that, no problem. Yeah, there's business is always happening in the capital. You came from the capital. I would say you could easily, know where
People
to
getting
go.
rich in the capital.
Yeah,
Perfect.
totally fine. Any other quick business in the capital?
I would probably just go by and see my mom real quick, or my parents.
That you probably don't have time for. That would be like
Oh.
kind of a bit of a day trip.
I see. Never mind.
Yeah, I guess I'll save my shopping for later because I do want to buy some stuff later.
Yeah, I don't have anything I need. Actually, no. I'm Marlo. Clove.
Yes.
More haste potion, please.
At some
How
point,
much
I'm
was
gonna have to start charging for these.
No, I pay you.
But,
Remember, I paid you for the last 2.
Well, you pay for the supplies. I need money for my time.
There you go, Clove. All right.
But,
The
this
Clove
is,
capitalist arc. I like it.
300
Look, he's
bucks
growing-
per potion
Yeah, 300 per potion. Okay, hold on.
for the haste.
Yeah, I'll just take the one for now because I have one already. I just wanted to get another one to just keep at a cap of 2 for the current stuff.
Oh,
Thank you.
DM, I did realize something today.
What's that?
Because it's the first time it's come up. There is no potion number 7. We have 1 through 6, and then 8 through 20.
That's kind of funny though. Like,
no.
that there's no potion 7.
So your 1 through 6 is actually 2 through 7. 1 is mayonnaise.
Oh yeah.
1 is mayonnaise.
Yes, 1 is the most useful mayonnaise. So
I love that Clove trying to craft a potion. Sometimes it just is like, I made mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
We should make
That's,
raised mayonnaise.
I couldn't not, when things go bad, they go condiment.
You go mayonnaise.
Yeah. All right. Well, now that people are finished with their quick stuff in the capital, you guys travel south. I would say after about the second day, Ox starts leading you off the path, and you guys start going. You cut through some farmlands, and then eventually into the woods. And you for the next couple of days, I would say, or rather the next 5 days, you guys are going through the woods that are getting thicker and thicker and darker and more brushes. Every once in a while you'll find yourself in a clearing for a bit, cross it and whatnot. But you get to day 6 and the sun begins to go down, and it's clear that you need to make camp for the night. Now go us all to the camp map. Ignore the road. That road does not exist, but this is just my now general camp map.
Look, it's good to
fair enough.
have a general camp map.
It really is. It really is. So that'll be this one. And Ox will, as you all are around the fire in whatever ways you want. Although this map, I forgot this map needs to be adjusted because that is a huge fucking fire. Ox will say to you, tomorrow we will arrive at the heart of the world. There will be others there, but no harm should come to you as long as you do not seek it out.
We won't cause trouble.
So as long as we come in peace, they'll treat us the same.
Makes sense.
Yes, my master, I know, has been expecting you, so...
So we are quite infamous to your master. I assume for what we did to your friend.
Well, not so much that as he told me to go to Middle Mist to wait for those who would bring me back to him.
Are you saying
Well,
your
that's
master
not
is
ominous at all.
omniscient?
So
He has many powers that I will not even dream of attempting to understand. But yes, he is quite powerful in his own way.
How did you end up following him?
I grew up in a barbarian tribe. However, I had a gift for nature. My parents, mainly my father, wanted me to become a warrior, and while feats of strength I excelled at, only when, well, you could say, like many barbarians, only when angry am I more akin to violence.
Mhm.
But I do not particularly like being. I do not like that there are times where I cannot control myself. It is not a strength, but a weakness. Fortunately, it is one that I fear I will end my days with. Though it has its uses. Need to protect those, and you're desperate to do so. Well, sometimes you need to get angry. But regardless, you could say I was outcast from my barbarian tribe, as I did not want to partake in the more brutal endeavors that they sought. They would pillage and plunder and kill. I saw
Yeah, you shouldn't have to be made to do that.
it was a dark, yes. I lost my faith in humanity, as it were.
Mm.
When I tried to leave, my own parents tried to stop me by force. And when I made it clear that I would leave no matter what, they still did not. And they left me for dead. It was when I was brought before. Well, master. He has many names. He too was abandoned. Call him the abandoned Lord of Whispers. I think more
Okay.
outsiders refer to him as yeoman. And he showed me things that changed my life forever. So now I continue so, and I will die.
That makes sense. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy. Maybe we can just talk to him.
Perhaps. I do not know what to expect, but it may surprise you somewhat. More soft and kind in some way. But everything he does has purpose for a greater goal. But I digress.
Do you know what his goal is?
Well, it's to save this planet.
And destroying the amber crystals. How does... I'm not being aggressive here. I'm just curious, how does that factor in?
I'm afraid even I don't know the answer to that. He will have more knowledge than I. Perhaps you could ask him. And he may tell you. Whenever I have had questions, I have never been afraid to ask. He's always answered. But as for his grand designs, I do not know. I merely follow.
Well, thanks for telling us what you know, at least.
Oh, I was just. I saw Skunky's thing. I guess Skunky's talking to y'all. I won't look at that. I'll let you guys talk in the chat or whatever. Any final things y'all want to do before you go to the heart of the world?
Guess I'll prepare spells. Make sure I have what I need.
Mute the channel for 1 hour so you guys can type and it doesn't blip. All right, well, in that case, you guys rest. And the next day, you travel, and by this point, Ox is confidently leading y'all through the underbrush. The forest is thick, and you can hear birds singing and bugs chirping as you push your way through the thicket. The air has the scent of blooming flowers and pollen. But rather quickly, the thicket gets so dense that Ox raises his hand, and you see he begins to use his druidic powers to gently move the brush to the side, allowing everyone to pass as you go deeper and deeper into the darker and darker.
Boy, roll your important. It's a new day.
No. Let me keep my
keeping them?
It was
You
good.
can keep your old ones.
I figured.
And around mid-afternoon, you guys arrive at the clearing. The clearing that sinks slightly into the middle, and you see a cave. Actually, very reminiscent of the door that Ox shut on you guys. A cave that looks like a skull. I would like everybody to make me perception checks.
Boy, howdy, I would love to. 18.
Perception.
Natural 20, that's the bar right there.
Okay, so
Got it.
most of you notice some woodland creatures that are acting just slightly out of the ordinary.
Wild-shaped people.
Exactly, and that's what you pick up on. But you're following Ox's lead, and we'll get to that in 1 second. But Oleandra, you notice something very interesting. With your nat 20, roll me.
You've killed us.
Nature or history with advantage.
Well, they're the same. So.
Because what you see looks to be like mist coming from the eyes of the cave.
Just like a 10.
I'd say even with a 10, there
Is this where all
are
the mist is coming from?
no. So there are rumors. You've never seen it yourself. There are rumors of places in Kano that have what are known as miasma vents. That like these like vents that go deep into the earth where many believe the miasma comes from. And while you haven't seen that before, you are clearly seeing like a dark purplish blue, like what looks to be like miasma coming out of the eyes of this skull cave. It's very faint, but it's like whatever. If this is a vent, by the time it gets up here, the mist or whatever you want to call it has diluted enough that it's lost some of its color, but you're still able to pick it up, and it's very different than just like campfire smoke or something like that. Like it glistens against the sun in a strange way. But more importantly, places with a miasma vent are like uninhabitable. Like even with protection, like you can, depending on the severity of the vent, you could still be in danger. Like your protection might not be good enough. It's that concentrated, if that makes sense.
Wow.
And as you reach this clearing, Ox will squat down and you watch him grab 2 long blades of grass and he puts them together between his fingers and he blows through it, making this shrill, high-pitched whistle. And then you see those of you who had perception checks high enough see like a fox and a squirrel start bounding your way and suddenly take the shape of humanoids in the druidic robes, very similar to the cultists that you fought on the bridge. Seeing outsiders, they immediately start going for their weapon, but Ox holds up his hand and says, "These travelers are with me. The master is expecting."
Hi.
The druids say nothing. They straighten up and stand down, allowing you guys to pass as you enter the cave. Ox starts walking in. Do you follow?
Yep.
Yes.
Where I will begin loading the map as I describe your descent into the heart of the world.
Oh God.
I don't like this.
I didn't bring your tokens over here, so 1 second.
That would help.
So you're not gonna see shit.
It's
You
dark
don't
in
get to
here.
see shit. Actually, wait. Was I missing somebody in the campfire place anyway?
No.
Who was missing? Marlowe. Where the fuck was Marlowe's token?
I was on the rock.
You were on the wall. Oh, I was blind to you. Okay, there we go. Oh wow, you guys loaded in this map instantly. What the hell?
Sometimes we get lucky.
Foundry must have updated. Okay.
We're not gonna question it. He'll just
Smile and say thank you.
So
Lovely,
inside
lovely
the
company in
cave,
here.
you immediately begin to descend downwards. You recognize this cave from your visions. However, it has changed slightly over time. There's like this bioluminescent algae that covers the walls now that offers you like this soft natural lighting as you walk down this ancient man-made stairs that once upon a time the goddess Hoa and the false god Ladar once tread. This is a hallowed place. And the further down all of you travel, the more uneasy and kind of sick to your stomach you feel. And every fiber of your being is telling you to turn around and run. But you all keep going.
Because we're dumb.
And as you reach the bottom, the cave opens into a wide chamber. You can see cultists gathering food and water, performing various menial tasks, and all of them stop frozen as you enter. However, much more interesting are 3 individuals. And of course, I'm going to save the best for last. So...
It's the Pillarman from JoJo. Get that
let's
music
start
there.
with this individual. You see a woman hunched over at a table doing something with vials and potions that you can't quite make out from where you are. Yes, potions, it seems. Actually, why don't all of you make me a perception check?
Yeah, that's fitting. Dimitri's on edge right now.
She can see the world.
I see all.
Ferris, and Marlowe, you recognize the vials on the table. They're identical to a vial that Ox gave Yezreela.
Oh.
But as this woman turns around, she's sort of like, she's very old, wrinkly, and like kind of twitches a bit, and she begins moving towards Ox. She says, "These are the ones who killed Helhana, are they not? You've brought enemies into our holy ground." And Ox will say, "Lady Queen, it was foretold." She will kind of like hobble, like kind of huff and like hobble back to what she was doing and say, "Master rests. He cannot be disturbed." While he called her Lady Queen, you don't see any, like, no checks needed. You don't see anything like regal or apparently royal about her. You think it's some sort of either honorific or like maybe even a name she gave herself. You're not exactly sure what that is. But one thing's for sure, definitely not a queen, not royal in any way, shape, or form. So like for those of you, except for Marlowe, seeing her, you'd be like, "Oh, that's what a hag looks like." But she's just happens to not be a hag. She is like basically like the closest thing a druid could be to like a hag, if that makes sense.
That's a scary combo.
Yeah.
To think about.
The other person you see is this person.
Guys, it's our dead 3.
A strange woman sits upon a rock some distance from the throne, and her eyes have been transfixed upon you since you arrived. She says nothing and does not move an inch. Interestingly, she has horns that come from her head like a satyr, but the rest of her body reads to you as human. And it is clear at a glance that, and by her outfit too, that she is a skilled warrior. She's covered in tattoos, and there's a crow that sits on her shoulder. Ox will go up to her and say, I've brought these travelers here at the master's request. She will kind of look behind her, and then you will see this individual.
Ooh.
And now it's time to share some art with a class.
Are you putting in the full piece in our group chat?
I will put the full piece in your group chat once I triple check to make sure there are no spoilers on its fucking
I am
thing.
concerned.
Did you commission this baddie?
I for sure commissioned this baddie.
Ooh, you gotta tell me
the artist.
I'm already liking the token.
Her name is Heather Ubel.
Heather Ubel.
It's like
Noted.
Uebel, I think.
Yeah, that means evil in German.
That's funny. But here is the full art in the Discord.
Holy shit!
Oh, I love
and
that.
Let me.
Oh, you can see the heart in
That's
his
gorgeous.
chest beating.
Let me
that
see.
is
Okay, I think I can do
sick.
this now for
Is the
the
bad
rest
guy
of the
romanceable?
Is the bad guy romanceable? 1
That's
second.
Oh no, he's hot.
sick.
Kidding. Terrifying. Oh my god.
Look.
Go for
That's
free?
not what I want. Hold on.
You got them dogs
Marlo,
for
use
free?
your amulet immediately.
This
God,
works.
that
Here we
is
go.
really cool.
Use that amulet that detects.
Look at this fucking artwork.
Look, that
yeah,
is sick.
You can see, yeah.
Art. I love.
Yeah, this art
Love me
is
some gazelle
sick
horns
as
and stuff.
fuck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
This is delightful.
I'll
I
just
love
leave this guy on the screen for a second while I
He's scary.
read you the little blurb that I wrote. Upon a simple stone throne sits a frail, sleeping humanoid. They wear an animal skull that covers their face with horns that twist and reach to the sky. Their robes are dark, tattered, and simple. Around their neck, you see much like a holy symbol, the sigil of the Cult of Whispers. You can see the bones through their hands meeting the taut skin that looks pale and sickly. Behind the mask itself, you can see strands of long blonde hair and 2 pointed ears, indicating that they are perhaps an elf or half-elf. Their chest rises and falls softly as they breathe. Around them swirls this thick purple and blue miasma that they have seemingly no protection from. And with every breath they take, your heart sinks lower.
This is why you don't take miasma, kids.
Oh man.
Sick. Alright, back to...
Ooh, I'm looking at that art station. Holy hell.
Yeah, yikes.
The queen will hobble over and say, even if they are here to see the master, he is resting. We cannot disturb him. He needs his slumber. They will have to wait. Ox will nod and sort of move to the side. The queen will walk up to and get in all of y'all's face and she smells horrible. It's you don't know whether it's what she was working on at that table or just her smell. Not great. Leave something to be desired. Like deodorant. She'll say, very interesting. These creatures were enough to kill Helhana. Ox will say, they bested me as well. Interesting.
Personal space, please.
There is no personal space here. You are in the presence of the Omen himself.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
As someone who was born with a slight miasma issue, how bad, just looking at the Omen, how bad is that? Do I have any idea? Because I'm like minorly issued, but that's like a full-blown problem. Like,
as in the miasma around him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think if you spent like, you know, if you were in intense combat and you dove straight in there and like waited a turn or something like that, yeah, it'd probably be bad.
Ooh.
You know, this is just based off your guess. However, you guys are still carrying your lanterns, and you do see,
that's good.
You know, it takes long. Like when you guys now are walking around, the lanterns effortlessly push the miasma out of the way, and they're doing that here. But when they get to that purpley mist, it just seems to take like an extra second. Like, so it seems, so it seems like it can push it away, but it's. Oh, sorry, I like burped and swallowed at the same time. It can push away. It just takes a bit longer.
Yeah. I look at Oleandra. Someone who is infected lightly. That is not good.
And I will say, those of you who have points of the miasma, which would be, I believe, Oleandra, Dimitri, if you want this via your backstory, you're welcome to it. But technically,
for sure.
You did not get it. I believe it's just Oleandra and Marlo who technically have.
Oh yeah, for sure. He would have.
Well, then you three feel more worse than the rest. You hear the woman speak. This woman over here speak after Ox mentions that you bested him. She'll say, "Interesting. This is not often we meet those who are our equal. I sense great opportunity here. Perhaps our paths will cross in the future, and I can test your mettle for myself." You may call me Porviri. I am the crow.
Fuck yeah.
She will say, she, gesturing to the queen, is the hornet. And the queen will say, they do not get to call me that. That is my name only for the master.
Did you say the haunted?
The hornet.
Hornet. Okay.
And then Ox is, if we're going by titles, like Helhana was the Thunder. Like these must be their little nicknames.
It's so curious that the master would want to bring you here. I think I know. My congratulations to you all. You've been chosen, the first outsiders to see him in all his glory. You will be wonderful at your purpose. I'm sure of it.
And what purpose is that, Hornet?
I dare not speak for the master. And look, He stirs. Why don't
Oh,
you ask him
boy.
yourself? She will hobble away. You see a stirring of the individual on the throne. You see just like his head sort of like tilt up, sort of like straightens a bit. You hear like bones kind of cracking as, kind of like, you go to sleep, you wake up stiff the next morning, you kind of like crack your knuckles and stuff. You hear bones kind of crack a little bit louder than you would like. And you hear him speak for the first time. And it's a very soft voice. You hear him speak. He says, Ox, my friend, I am glad to see you are well. It warms my heart that you survived this ordeal. I see you have brought guests as I foretold. You have done well. Please rest, my friend. You will be called soon for more duty. Ox will nod and sort of stand to the side, but it seems like not like he's going to leave the area. Cordoviri turns around as the omen sort of raises a hand and gestures, and you see that she will enter the miasma and help the omen up and sort of walk with him down to meet you. And you see he's, with you take off that horn mask of his, and he's like he's clearly under 6 foot. He's like probably like 5'10" he's not.
So I'm taller than he is.
Yeah, I mean with his mask with the horns, he's taller than everybody. But as he's brought here, you see the queen sort of like reach out her hands, and she sort of like molds the earth into like a small chair for the omen to rest, and he sits down, and Koviri moves to the side.
Got my hand resting on the hilt of my sword, just gently.
You are the warriors that slew Elhana, the Thunder. Am I not mistaken?
I'm just an alchemist.
Correct.
I mean, to be clear, he didn't. I'll point over to Ferris.
Well then. I read about it.
Regardless, you have my gratitude for giving her a warrior's death. It was unfortunate that Elhana did what she did. Too hasty for my approval. She acted without my instruction, and unfortunately paid a great cost.
Shooting a shot in the dark, but insight check.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me insight checks.
I also just want to get his vibe in general with that too.
You get the impression that he's telling the truth. He has a very even and neutral tone. Like you, and with that mask on, there's nothing for you to read. So you're listening to his voice. I would say with your 26, you're the only one that knows for sure that at least you believe that he's telling the truth. The rest of you, it's a little bit more ambiguous because he's just that hard to read.
Yeah.
Fair
I should
enough.
have going on just a voice. Yeah.
I had a feeling you would cross paths once more. And I knew Ox would be the best one to meet you. Once again, I offer you my gratitude for sparing his life, as he is a dear friend.
Well, I see it,
Helhana,
he is-
I know, was too far gone, that even the most skilled healers in the world, they could not have saved her. Her body had become corrupted by that which she destroyed.
Corrupted, you mean impaled?
The amber crystal. You're saying that corrupted her not the miasma.
I suppose that makes sense.
The amber crystals are an abomination to nature itself.
What makes you say that?
Because I know how they are created.
Am I guessing human sacrifice or something awful is involved?
No, nothing like that. Although that would be a better price to my people.
Better for the cause.
There is a reason why druids are hunted and brought to the capital to disappear.
Oh.
Because without them, humanity as a civilization not exist or expand. They are integral to the creation of amber crystal.
Oh, so.
The amber crystals require both druidic and arcane means their creation, as well as Sundrop tree, as you call it. That tree is holy to us. It is the symbol of our god, Desoa. To use it for such barbarity is a disgrace. Her name and blasphemous. All druids walk, save, Troimandra.
And so, how do the druids factor into the Sundrop tree? Do they create them out of force?
They are enslaved in order to rapidly grow Sundrop trees to incredible size. The tree itself is destroyed in order to create an amber crystal. Requires the druids to constantly use all of their power to foster its growth. Then mages come in and commit the even greater blasphemy. All this taking comes is at a cost. It is one that will not be paid for much longer. You see he falls quiet here, and everyone's, looking at you to see if, almost like he's like opening things up for questions.
Is that why you're not killing us? You want our help to deal with this?
I have a special purpose. Or rather, let me correct myself. To live my war to the self.
Oh,
And that warning is?
You want us to kill the Emperor?
If you want to kill the Emperor, that is your own prerogative.
so
But by the you see, he will like kind of like cough a bit, and kind of go into a bit of a coughing fit.
Okay, General Grievous.
Mm.
Oh no.
oh no, he's
He'll like take a moment and say, Kano is like a seed. Like every seed must be planted, grows, it blossoms, eventually it dies. This seed has rot at its core. That rot is humanity. If Kano is to live, humanity must die.
Man, I was with him until right now.
And
Mhm.
by that, I assume you mean all civilized races, not just humans, for clarity.
It is
I think so.
perhaps it is possible that some druids and barbarians may survive, others perhaps too with luck.
I see.
The great majority face their extinction.
You want us to release the miasma on the entirety of Kano?
No.
Destroy all the crystals?
No, there is much more. That is your job. I will task to you is to deliver this message to the Emperor by the dawn of the new millennia. I will rise as the reaper of the harvest. I will cull the rot from this world and the planet once more. Go to the capital. Go to your emperor. Tell him that Hoa will rise and enact her vengeance upon him through.
I'm a bit confused, because if you're just going to kill him, why are you warning him?
Dramatic effect, darling. Dramatic effect.
I mean, it is dramatic.
There are
I'm
things
just-
in motion that must pass. All has been foretold. It is fate.
How do you
And
know
if
that this is
we
what Hoa
say
wants?
No.
As you say that, he will turn to you and say, "Because are one and the same." And you see now. Well, all of you give me perception checks.
I'm distracted.
Let's see here.
Yeah, this is a lot of info. This is not good. Mans wants to wipe out mankind.
I'm gonna
We's
do a thing.
mankind.
I'm gonna do a thing. Hold on one second.
Oh,
Oh boy.
everything would have been great except for that.
We're gonna enter.
Yeah.
We're gonna enter initiative. I would
Oh,
like all of you to
God.
roll me
What?
initiative. This is not a pure
Political.
combat. This is more
political
for
initiative.
This is to see, and this is just you guys. This is just to see
Yeah.
who gets information first, who's gonna act first, whatnot.
Diplomatic initiative.
Yeah, you can call
I got
it
an
that.
I
18.
rolled low. I
Nice.
don't want to go first.
Oh, and actually, I should be playing some that music.
I first. Oh no. You picked the guy that's infected with miasma. Well, the dice did. The dice picked the guy. All right. This will be fun.
Dimitri, let's see.
Hee
You
hee.
rolled a 4 in your perception.
I did roll a 4. Yeah.
Dimitri,
This guy-
you've heard everything this guy has said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've been casually resting your hand on your blade.
Yep.
Ox is too far away.
Yeah.
That old crone is definitely too far away. Really, the only person stopping you from getting a good swing in would possibly be Cordoviri, and you see that her crow like kind of like nudges her, and she turns to like focus her attention for a brief moment on her crow. If you
She's
want
my
to act and do something, this is the time to do it. It's now or never.
That's if we want combat, but I want to talk to him first. I'm gonna shift my draconic eye in Corviria's direction, but then I'm gonna look back at the omen. You keep speaking about these things.
Very well. We will go to the next person in the initiative. Ferris. What did
I wanna
What did
talk
you
to
roll,
him.
Ferris? Well, this is just to see if people are doing anything
Okay.
interesting.
Like combat and
yeah.
stuff.
I'm letting people, getting any, we're going sort of like in order. This is also in case people want to like be like, I'm just gonna shoot him or stab him or cast a spell on him.
Fair enough.
Ferris, you have the same information as Dimitri. You would know that through the guild that this person, you know, is the ringleader behind those like basically terrorist attacks, and like probably is not responsible for the Great Collapse, but you know he's part of that same cult that was, and he's definitely somehow involved with everything that's gone on most recently here.
Okay.
And you get that same window, and as a spellcaster, like you know, it's a little you're more wary of the queen than anyone else, because you peg her as, if someone here is like a more traditional spellcaster, it could be her. But even then, it's you know, if these are all druids, I don't believe druids know counterspell.
Some, but not all. Yeah.
Is that even a druidic spell? I don't even know.
No.
I don't think it's a druidic spell. I will triple check.
Yeah, I don't know, cause like I said, I'm like I don't remember, but
Do not think
nope,
so.
it is not.
hey, that's good.
Oh.
And this
Gosh.
guy seems like weak. He's frail. He needed help to move anywhere.
The
He had a coughing
Constitution
fit.
whip.
Yeah,
He's weaker than you.
you know,
Aw.
for you, you know, like you could maybe even like take him out and just like book it, and maybe you could get out. But if you get out, you're a hero. And you're like, if you wanted like a high position in the guild, you do this, like you're gonna be like number 2 to Lark.
Fuck that.
Look. The only thing that trumps Ferris's want and greed is wanting to live. And I feel like, yeah, I could take him out, but then I gotta worry about all the other druids, and then I gotta worry about like, oh, druids know things like entangle, and then they wild shape, and I take them out of wild shape, but they're gonna still come after me. They're fine. So
for now, erring on the side of caution.
yeah, the thing is, the only spell I would want to cast is Detect Thoughts, but that's verbal, material, and semantic, and so
not really safe to do it here.
Yeah, it's not really something I could. It's more of an interrogation spell than
Sure. Which brings us to Marlo. Marlo, you rolled quite high on your perception.
Yeah, 21.
21. Marlo, you see something interesting. You see the faintest outline of what appears to be a beating heart.
Ooh.
Behind the clothes, the simple robes of the omen. I would say, roll me an intelligence check.
Not gonna be good, but do it. 12.
I would say with a 12. I mean, obviously, there's got to be something significant to the outline of a beating heart that seems to be glowing through robes. More than likely, whatever it is, it's dangerous. Do you want to take any action?
Only thing I would want to do right now is tap my little wrist thing to see if there's any Lidar vibes in the area.
That shows you artifacts of Lidar, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was the thing, yeah.
Yeah. Let me...
Besides the obvious suspects like she's hand and stuff.
This would be so niche, but you know what? It could be fun. I'm gonna need you to make me a check.
Okay.
Let's call it. Make me a. Maybe another perception check. I would say perception or Arcana.
Okay. Better perception. 21 again.
21. It's curious. You don't sense any artifacts here. But there are some things that, like, it's like it's like if you're going to a supermarket to, like, get, fruits to make a fruit salad, and then you see a tomato, and you're like, well, that's a fruit, but that doesn't go in a fruit salad. This is sort of like you've now done the reverse. You're like, what's this tomato doing in a fruit salad? And this is a terrible fucking analogy.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But you do notice the faintest of, and it's maybe like it's like a blip on the radar, the tiniest of blip, like not a true artifact, but somehow connected to Ladar. The vials on the table, whatever's in that cauldron, and the individual right in front of you.
Interesting. Like,
And they would be
he had,
Ladar
like-
haters, technically, wouldn't they? Since he killed
a general
their
blip
goddess?
on him, or like the heart, or just like a kind of a.
Not the heart.
Okay.
Specifically, not the heart. It's like the. It's almost like, so when you know, like, doing this to find an artifact of Ladar, that artifact, if it's nearby, will shine like a brilliant light. Otherwise, you don't see anything.
Shimmer.
On these guys, you see just like, it's almost like a passing sheen, like a little woof, and then it's gone.
Okay.
So it's like it's like the percentile. They have like the tiniest bit percentage of like Ladar in it, or something like that. You don't know what that means, but it's something.
Yeah. Okay. Besides that, unless we're allowed to start talking, I don't have much else to do.
Yeah, not yet.
Want to do?
Okay, I'll quickly go through. We got through the more hot-headed people in the group, or the ones who I would say are more likely to do an aggressive action. I will open the floor to you final three, just for the sake of time. Does anyone want to do anything hasty?
I have no interest in hostile action.
Right now, no.
Wait, what exactly are we reacting to? Like this gentleman walking towards us, or...
Basically,
more like
he's seeing if we want to.
You feel
fight
like
him.
you have an opening that if you want to like take a shot, you can take a shot. So you could like get a hit on this guy, maybe even kill him.
Oh God.
But then,
Yeah.
you would have the aftermath of,
Name drop.
even assuming you killed him, you would be chased down by some pretty powerful people, and you'd be just like on the run.
Yeah, seems like a bad idea.
Well, very well. I will then.
I
Go
do want to.
all the way back to she. Yeah, you had a question.
Yeah. Yeah. Is the hand reacting at all to anything? Like, what's the vibes that I get?
Oh, yeah, your hand. I would say ever since you came down here, that hand has been, like, shaking a little wildly. Like, you kind of, like, have to, like, hold it against yourself to, like, keep it from, like, flailing around.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell, like, why?
You think it's because of where you are.
Fair enough. I'm not going to attack or anything.
The omen will also say, and of course, before you all leave, you have something that I require. Took a map of an individual.
Give that back.
I have need of it.
Left it at home.
What do you need it for?
It is the key to becoming whole once more.
You're searching for the pieces of Hoa?
Yes. Because I am the only vessel that can contain them. You see, those of you who didn't roll high enough can now see the beating heart as he straightens up a bit more. and it clicks. The heart of the world. At one point, well, technically still, has the heart of Hoa.
So you see yourself as a divine vessel, then?
I am merely an instrument. To a greater purpose.
A guy who has a bit of a whiff of Lidar about him wants to contain Hoa?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
You are quite perceptive, my little monk.
Shrug.
I will not deny what you say. However, I will take that map from you one way or another. I do not wish for violence here. But I will take it by whatever means necessary.
Do we actually have the map? I thought Diego had it.
Dimitri literally said, left it at home.
Yeah, he does not believe you for an instant. You guys always make clear that you had the map. Now, I'll say you have a sneaking suspicion that Diego may have made a copy of the map. Although, you know, if Diego's making it, who's to say what the quality is? But you don't think you would be SOL if you gave it up. Although, if Diego did a bad job, then perhaps you would be. But that's a later luck check.
It's also possible that we, like, you know, have a good enough idea of, from studying it, what it should look like, you know?
Maybe, yeah.
That's true.
I'm trying to think if I have anything that.
I just vote we give it to him. I don't think that we can survive an encounter in here.
Who has the map? Because Dimitri really does think we left it at home.
It would be in your bag of holding, I assume.
Probably.
That makes sense.
I look
the
at
queen
the others.
will walk forward and sort of eye all of you and then stop on you, Clove, and say, I think you have it. She will hold out a gnarly, like, hand with her, like, her nails are, like, so long and, like, nasty looking. Like, yeah, you're like, those nails can't possibly be real. And then you're like, oh, shit, they are. It's like, she's ready to, like, you know, like, Temple of Doom Kali Ma you or something like that, you know?
Oh god.
Damn,
You know
girl,
what,
what
though? I
kind of
wouldn't be
acrylics you
surprised if they
rocking?
did do that.
They are asking for.
It's actually a gel set.
The map
They're
to
asking-
all of the Hoa shrines that have all of her body parts or essences.
Yep.
All right, I'll pull it out. I'll sort of hold it in my hand.
Because we
She will
have a copy.
reach out to grab it. Do you stop her?
I will cast Firebolt and incinerate the map.
I get ready to bolt.
Okay.
I get ready to bolt.
I like it.
I will
I like it.
start-
I
I
love
will
this
start
guy.
drinking
I
a
kind of
haste.
love this. Ferris,
I will-
like, I didn't think you had it in you.
I start drinking a haste potion. This is not the day I expected you to get a proper backbone.
You incinerate the map. It falls before your eyes, and then everything stops. And you all
boy.
watch as, like, the earth kind of shakes, and then you see that spell you cast return back to your hand, and a map
Oh
appear
no!
whole once more.
Reversing
And then
time.
the queen will
What?
take it.
Can I counterspell? I don't know if that's something I can counterspell.
Oh god.
Probably not this.
Can I Arcana this? What level magic is this?
Higher than you've ever experienced.
So you can rewind time? I want to do that.
You can see like the omen's eyes like glow when this happens, and as it appears and the queen takes the map and like, you know, quickly pulls away and moves back. You see the omen kind of like sort of sway a bit, and the crow will come over to offer support. The queen will say, very tricky. Very, very tricky, but no one can be trickier than our master. He is too powerful.
Evidently.
Wow.
Like time reversed for everyone in that moment?
Yeah, for like, yeah.
Oh, God! Yeah, Dimitri looks at the potion that he swore he just drank.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's still
that
in your
scares
hand,
him.
yeah.
That scares the fuck out of him. He pops
And I
it
would
in
say
his
all of
pouch.
you can roll me... all of you can roll me Arcana checks.
Oh, God!
I would say...
That's scary!
Ferris and Chloe, I'll give you guys advantage as like intelligence casters. Marlo, a nat 20. Okay.
Marlo coming out with a nat 20.
Time.
Marlo knows all.
What the omen just did was wizard magic, not druidic.
Ooh.
Man, I think this guy is I think he's, what's his name?
Ladar, like I was suggesting.
Yep. I mean, I said that when we walked in here.
Yeah, I said it, but Tres said no.
Oh god.
Maybe he's a descendant? Who knows? Because was
That's
Ladar
funny.
human?
Or a horror
I believe Ladar was an elf.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
an elf.
well, hey. It checks out, possibly, so who knows?
After a brief moment, like you guys are like frozen, like everyone's just like shit, you know, like what do we, like you're like okay, it's like deer in headlights now because like this is like some
was
shit
that?
you guys weren't expecting, and the omen will sort of straighten himself up again after catching his breath. He will say to you, I can appreciate your caution, but know this. Fate cannot be stopped. It was my fate to be abandoned years ago, where the queen found me as a babe, covered.
He's Ladar's child. It's
Oh,
gotta be
God.
Hoa and Ladar's child.
Oh.
Left to die
The abandoned one.
in a field, not thrown to a river as I was supposed to be.
I was.
My condolences.
Who
Oh, I turned out
are
great.
you?
I mean, fate can always be changed, adjusted, nudged.
If I could, I
Nothing's
would.
sealed.
There can only be one ruler. He will. Hold on.
So yeah, we're all leaning towards he's totally Ladar and Hoa's child, gamers. I think that's what it is. The abandoned one.
Oh God.
When
The Omen.
he will say, when you deliver my message to the Emperor, tell him Veron Adar sent you.
Peron Ladar?
Veron.
Veron.
Oh.
Ooh! That's why there can only be one
Fuck.
ruler. He's got a stake to the throne!
Oh, no.
The Emperor's name, right now, is this, in case you did not know. And that
Oh, no!
is where I'll call the session.
Ooh, calling it early. Oh!
Oh,
Oh my god.
He was,
What?
oh, you know what? He might be a bastard kid.
Fuck.
I'll let you
You know?
guys
Throw the...
try and figure out what all this is.
He might have been left to the wool, or meant to be killed, but someone was like, no, I'm not gonna kill him, I'll leave him here. Maybe someone will find him.
I'm gonna put the artwork.
And he's old as fuck, which means he could it could check out that like he could be Ladar and Hoa's kid, but who knows? Like he could be
just
earlier in the generation.
So just confirming, he's not romanceable.
I mean, do we know that yet? We haven't tried.
Is there a Mr. or Mrs.
yeah.
Ladar?
Yeah, is there?
Amazing.
Excuse me, we haven't talked about polyamory yet.
No, Ferris
Back off, Dimitri has his.
Yeah.
You are welcome to try whatever you want. If you want to join the Cult of Whispers, you can do that and make a third character, I guess.
No, I was ready to get in front of Clove just in case this fucker was gonna punish him. I was gonna be like, don't do that.
No, you kind of made me show my hand a bit with that.
No, that was good though.
With that maneuver.
Terrifying.
I
was
like talking to him more. Like I was not gonna fight him for a second because Dimitri has self-preservation, even though he is a self-destructive fighter.
Ferris is pretty willing to take risks, but only if Ferris likes to stack the deck. And the deck was not stacked at the moment.
Yeah, no, because I
turn back
imagine
time.
I imagine if we had tried to attack him, he would have turned back time, and that could have been worse.
Or
for
he
us
would have
than
just stopped us,
burning a
or
piece
he
of
made
parchment.
magic cylindered us. Our attacks come back at us.
Yep.
Jesus.
He's very interesting.
This is.
I think it was scarier the
excellent.
way it happened though, because it was like the like, oh, fight's gonna break out, but no, he's just like, that's cute.
Yeah, it was a good reveal.
I mean, it was clearly
like
taxing to him though. Like he needed what in combat would have been like a couple rounds to recover. And he's breathing heavily.
Mm-hmm.
I was very close to just grabbing the up and then trying to eat it.
No, I thought Clove was gonna eat it.
stereotype.
I haven't eaten anything.
Except for the books you read. You said you after every page you ate it.
You confirmed it.
That's
you
what
confirmed
you guys
it.
said.
You committed to the bit. What are you talking about?
No, I'm sure I went, yeah.
Have fun. You literally Dimitri's like, this is the day he fully grew his backbone. I'm a little worried.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. Because, Clove has been getting more confident.
The demon god, the map to more demon power.
He's not a demon.
I was using euphemism.
His name is literally Omen.
Yeah, the Omen.
He's got a skull for a face. He's a demon.
That's his goth kid name. That's like the goth kid in middle school goes.
No, because when I now looking back, the Omen,
they are all just
that makes me think of the movie The Omen, and then the Abandoned One, Abandoned Child. What are his other names? Yeah, Abandoned One, the Lord of Whispers. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just sitting here being like, oh, they're all like the goth kids that were excluded. And he's just like, I'm the Omen now.
Look
Yep.
at me, I am the Omen now. Yeah, but you can see. I mean, you guys get a sneak peek at like what's in store for your future at some point.
Because it makes me wonder, like, yeah, no. And that makes sense why he preferred to talk, not fight, is he's like, I literally can't fight. My lackeys would have to do it for me. Because you even said, like, a swift blow could probably kill this man where he stands.
Yeah.
But then I'm wondering what would erupt out of him.
Yep.
You probably
Yeah.
just do the time.
God,
version
yep.
and not
No, I
the-
don't think it would be time. I'm thinking that the heart beating in him is keeping him is like gonna bring him right back.
Well, hey,
Like,
that's a god. That's a god's
I'm wondering
heart,
if he's like
so-
always on the cusp of death, but that thing's keeping him constantly up.
Yeah.
Well, what you
Me and-
do is you get one.
What you
get one of
do
us to be
is
a rogue, and then you sneak up behind him like in Skyrim. You take his heart out. You pickpocket his heart. And you give him like
like in Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate 3, you loot the bomb before they can.
well, like because
light the
in
fuse.
Skyrim, if you go to
Oh, wait, can I-
Briarheart, those Forsaken guys, you can like
You'll
loot their
have to
heart and it
steal
instantly
his
kills them.
mask first, so that you
Can
can
I-
put a bucket over his head. Then you can
Exactly,
steal
yeah.
the rest.
Yeah.
Gosh.
If
No.
we're able to talk Baldur's Gate 3, is everyone beaten it or can I?
Skunky's
Uh-huh.
almost done. If I'm correct.
I'm still in Act 3.
Okay.
I'm doing Raphael things.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
I will
yeah.
just say I will
Over.
say I will keep it vague. But so in the Underdark, you know the because this is Act 1.
Oh,
you know the
Underdark
negate.
Acts 1, yeah.
You know the negate magic
Flower
Flowers.
thing, yeah.
powers? So there was a what was it? So basically, person was like, I wonder if this works. And so what they did was they sold the flower to a merchant, and the merchant now can't cast magic.
Yep. Yeah.
Did they sell it to like a particular merchant in Act 3?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, what version?
By the
No,
way,
okay,
That'd be spoilers.
I
That'd be spoilers, but I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. That's funny.
yeah.
That's clever.
By the way, regarding Raphael, because this is like Act 1, 2 stuff, I can't wait for that one shot because me, Zach, and Blake over in the other server, we're trying to build the House of Hope as a level 15 one shot where people have to deal with Raphael because it's like it would be so fun.
You just fuck his incubus. That's all you do.
They were like, so when we do that, who's gonna sacrifice themselves for the cause? I'm like,
We're getting into spoiler things, so.
Skunky already muted himself. He deafened himself the moment we started talking about
Of course he did. All right, poor Skunky.
Never seen a purer soul.
Not a pure soul. All right, no more Baldur's Gate talk.
Yeah.
I'll tell him you're safe. You're
No,
safe now.
Prez, do you want to know what I'm doing for that level 21 shot on Tuesday?
What?
Like in November? They're fighting a giant scion from Big B's. Those fuckers are mean and they hit hard. I can't wait.
That's what we're
'Cause they
doing
have to do
tomorrow, right?
No, you don't. There's no game tomorrow. There's a game on Sunday. Oh wait, no, there is no game on Sunday. That's next time.
Our game's tomorrow. You said it was tomorrow. You said it was
Is
this
it?
week.
No, I thought it was next week.
You literally said this week when I asked if there was a game this week.
I'm pretty sure it was this week, Nakura, because you did the.
We were supposed to be last week, but there was a wedding.
Oh no!
Yeah.
If it was last week, no, then it's the next week. My apologies.
Well, then you
Bi-weekly?
lied to everyone.
I apologize. I'll clarify that. I must
All
have
right.
misread.
Chat,
Nakura,
thank
we
you
need to
so
get you
much
another calendar.
for watching. If you want to see that art again, join the Discord. There's should be. A
Oh,
link
we're still live?
somewhere. Yeah, we're still live. I didn't say. I always say, and now we're no longer live. I'm always good. I'm very good about that. But yeah, we've been rambling a bit. So, but I'll let us go. Thanks, Chad, for watching. Tune in next time so we see more of the Omen, the Cult of Whispers. Bye.
Yeah.